The Malik Beasley gambling scandal is worse than we thought, and in a shocking turn of events, now Jimmy Butler could be the next suspect. Wait, what? Let me show you exactly why I'll never ever do gambling ads on my channel. This stuff is worse than cancer. We're watching one of the 4 games that Beasley got criminal charges for, March 10, 2024. Just look at him desperately trying to get that last rebound that would secure the over for him. He almost tackles Harden here, but then with 20 seconds remaining and a 7-point lead, he doesn't go back on defense on this shot, but instead takes off towards the rim for the offensive board. Malik then does a full sprint to get to the rim first for this rebound, but unfortunately for him, the shot goes in and Beasley is so demoralized that he forgets to inbound the ball, so Lillard has to wake him up from his misery. And finally, this is game over here. Everyone exhales except for Malik, who's in full panic mode, and on the shot immediately flies to the rim. And watch how relieved he is when he gets it. I've never seen someone acting like this. And he wasn't even charged for the same behavior in this game in Minnesota when the spread was 8.5 points and he ran for his life the entire length of the court to score meaningless 2 points in an otherwise decided game just to cover the spread. Now, here's where a Malik Beasley indictment gets things extremely uncomfortable for Jimmy Butler. In the court documents, there are records of text messages from the network of people he was involved with. A group where former NBA player Ed Davis was also a big part of, and a person named Ernesto Placenta, also indicted on these charges. Turns out Placenta is Jimmy Butler's best friend and right-hand man, the guy that Jimmy refers to as Ernie. So it's not fair to make assumptions, but I'm afraid that Jimmy may have known what his guy was doing. And this post says that Jimmy has tweeted of his whereabouts, which could have affected the prediction markets, something that honestly I couldn't verify. But what's crazy to me is that Malik Beasley has earned more than $60 million in his career. The court documents are citing 10K bets. That amount of money being put on a Malik Beasley over rebounds bet will definitely be suspicious activity. And the reward will only be doubling your money. So to go through all of this, the risk, the hassle, the in-game panicking, just to go from 10K to 20K on that bet, you have to have lost absolutely everything you've earned. And all the stories about him finally match up correctly and pretty much confirm this. There were reports of his barber winning a judgment against Beasley to collect $26,000 in debt. His dentist also sued him and got back his $34K that he was owed. Malik was then evicted from his rental home for failing to pay $7,000 in rent. We're talking about a multi-millionaire here. This should be chump change for him. But it seems like he went completely bankrupt. And I only know 2 things that could do that quickly: drugs or gambling. And you know exactly what took him down. Lives are literally being ruined because of the gambling epidemic. A $60 million guy lost every single dollar and got into debt to the point where he had to fix games to try and get back to zero. And the result will likely be prison for him right now. And I've seen it firsthand, people that grew up with me losing absolutely everything because of this. You think the situation is bad in the US? Things only exploded in 2018 when all the states could legalize gambling. In my country, in Macedonia, sports betting has been a part of everyday life here for more than 20 years. I would place like $2 to $5 bets for fun growing up. No legal age was being respected. It was the Wild West. But after seeing how it could destroy lives, I advocate for people to never do it. Not even occasionally, not for fun, never. I constantly receive sponsorship offers from these companies. DraftKings, PrizePicks, Underdog Fantasy, even those prediction markets like Polymarket and Kalshi that are faking to be something more posh than a simple freaking gambling site. I've received offers from all of them. These are usually in the $2,000 to $3,000 range. $3K for a 1-minute ad. If I only do 2 ads per month, 12 months a year, you do the math. YouTube life will definitely be way easier that way, but I would absolutely hate myself for doing it and potentially introducing a young person to this horrible disease, something that ESPN has no problem with. Imagine the hypocrisy. They were talking about the gambling scandal with Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups all while running an ad for their own betting platform. This is wild. Then I guess a producer noticed it and the banner got taken down midway through the segment, right in the blink of an eye. Heck, even the NBA are heavily promoting gambling and then judging the players for taking part in it themselves. These are the reasons why I'm never going to take a betting sponsorship on my channel. If you start gambling, there's no way that things end well. I feel like this is an important message that I needed to deliver to you guys. And here's another one, so pay close attention. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions of dollars for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps can contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. The recent history verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. Now, Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm they caused. Click the link in the description to take a short quiz. You may be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. In order to chill a bit from these dark topics, I gotta plug my most interesting video that I've done this year, detailing the season when the Lakers forced LeBron James to play center and he was disgusted by it to the point that he wouldn't even jump at tip-off. It was hilarious. He was banging under the basket like a 90s center, so you gotta check it out. Click this video right here and talk to you in the next one. Peace out.